Okay, so we've all heard about crypto, right? But beyond all the hype and the headlines, how does it actually work? Like, how do you use it? That's what we're gonna break down today. We're talking about the practical stuff, from setting up your first wallet to making your first transaction. So let's just dive right in.
Right. So the simplest way to think about it is it's like digital cash. But as soon as you say that, a bunch of questions pop up, don't they? I mean, how do you even hold digital cash? How do you give it to somebody else? And maybe, most importantly, how do you make sure nobody steals it? Well, those are exactly the questions we're going to tackle.
All right, before we go any further, just a quick but really important heads up. Everything we're talking about here is for educational purposes only. We're here to help you understand the tech. That's it. This is absolutely not financial advice, so please don't take it that way.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll look at the crypto toolkit, the essentials you'll need. Then we'll walk through exactly how a transaction works. After that, a super important part, how to avoid common scams. We'll finish up with some safety tips and a quick recap of everything.
All right, section 1, the crypto toolkit. Before you can do anything, you need the right gear, right? So let's get into the essentials you need before you can even start.
So the very first thing you're gonna need is a crypto wallet. Now, it's kind of like your regular wallet, or maybe a better comparison is your banking app. It doesn't literally hold your cash. Instead, it holds something way more important, your private keys. And those keys are the proof that you own your crypto, and they're what let you actually spend it. So inside that wallet, you've got two really different things you need to know about. First is your public address. Think of this like your bank account number or even your email address. It's totally safe to share it with people so they can send you crypto. But then there's the private key. This is the whole shebang. It's like the master password and PIN for your entire account all rolled into one. I'm gonna say this again later, but listen, you should never, and I mean never, share your private key with anyone. Seriously. And wallets come in two main types, or flavors, hot and cold. A hot wallet is anything that's connected to the internet, like an app on your phone or a website. They're super convenient for day-to-day stuff. A cold wallet, on the other hand, is completely offline. Think of a little hardware device, like a special USB stick. It's way more secure for long-term saving, but not so handy if you're trying to buy a coffee. It's really that classic trade-off, convenience versus security. Okay, the other big tool in your toolkit is a cryptocurrency exchange. What is it? Well, it's pretty much just a marketplace. It's where you go to swap your regular money, like dollars or euros, for crypto. Think of it like the currency exchange booth at the airport, but for digital money. It's really the main bridge between the regular financial system and the crypto world.
Okay, we've got our tools. So what happens when you actually use them? Let's get into the anatomy of a transaction and see how crypto actually moves from A to B. Every single transaction goes through these same 4 basic steps. First, you create it in your wallet. You just say who you're sending it to and how much. Simple enough. Second, you sign it. This is the magic part where your wallet uses your secret private key to prove that you're the one authorizing this payment. Third, that signed transaction gets broadcast out to the entire network. And finally, the network checks it, confirms it's legit, and then locks it into the blockchain forever. Okay, this part is a little weird and different from a bank account, so stick with me. Let's look at this example. Imagine Alice has a chunk of 25 coins from a previous payment. Now she wants to pay Bob 17 coins. You'd think she just sends 17, right? Nope. With crypto, it's more like paying with a physical bill. She has to spend the entire 25 coin bill. The transaction then splits it. It creates a new bill of 17 coins for Bob and a second bill of 8 coins, the change, that gets sent right back to her own wallet. It's a bit strange, but that's how it works under the hood. So remember that public address we talked about? Well, they're really long and messy, just a jumble of letters and numbers. And if you make even one single typo when you're sending crypto, poof, your money could be gone forever. It's pretty scary. That's why QR codes are so common. You just scan the code with your wallet app and it fills in that long, complicated address perfectly. It's way easier and honestly, a whole lot safer. And this leads us to what is maybe the single most important rule in all of crypto. Once a transaction is on the blockchain, it's done. It's permanent. It's irreversible. There's no customer service number to call, no oops, can you reverse that button? You can't ask for a chargeback like you can with a credit card. It's a one-way street. So you have to be 100% sure before you hit that send button. So that whole no takebacks thing, yeah, that makes crypto a huge target for scammers. Which brings us to our next really critical topic, avoiding common scams. Because if you get tricked, that crypto is gone for good. Knowing the red flags is your absolute best defense. The thing is, scammers tend to use the same old tricks. The FTC and the FBI have pointed out some huge red flags to watch for. For example, if any business or government agency demands you pay them in crypto, run. That's a scam. Or if someone promises you guaranteed profits or huge returns with zero risk, total scam. Another big one, you meet someone online and suddenly they're a crypto genius who wants to manage your money. Yeah, no. These are all massive warning signs.
And honestly, the FBI's report on this stuff says it best. If an investment opportunity sounds too good to be true, it likely is. We've all heard that before, right? It's classic advice for a reason. And in the Wild West of crypto, it's more important than ever. Okay, so we know what scams look like. Now, let's get proactive. This next part is all about the simple, essential safety tips you can use to keep your digital assets safe. So here are some basic safety habits that will make a huge difference. First, and if you remember nothing else, remember this: never ever share your private keys or that recovery phrase your wallet gives you. Just don't. Second, on your exchange accounts, use strong, unique passwords, and please turn on two-factor authentication. Third, be paranoid about websites. Always double-check the address bar to make sure you're not on a fake site trying to steal your login. And finally, here's a great pro tip. If you're trying out a new game or app, use a totally separate wallet with just a little bit of crypto in it. That way, if it's a scam, you don't lose your main savings. Okay, that was a lot of ground to cover, so let's do a quick recap and just nail down the absolute key takeaways. If you walk away with just a few things, make it these. 1. Your wallet doesn't hold coins, it holds your keys. 2. Your public address is for getting paid. It's safe to share. 3. Your private key is for spending. Keep it secret, keep it safe. Always. 4. Transactions are permanent. There are no do-overs. And 5. Be skeptical. Scammers are out there, so stay sharp.
So, there you have it. You've got the basics down now: what wallets and exchanges are, how a transaction actually works, and most importantly, how to stay safe. But look, this is really just the beginning. So the real question is, now that you've got this foundation, what part of the crypto world are you curious to explore next? Thanks so much for tuning in.